By the way, I have to say you're asking very good questions, very interesting questions. I'm
Thank you.
I've not been asked these questions. I'm very happy.
Thank you.
I have done so many period films now.
Yeah.
Mohenjo-daro, Houseful was part period.
You're like regal in a way, right? Like the personality coming from pageants and all, tall and everything. Come on, you are a classic Indian beauty. So yeah, if I was a director, I would want to cast you in like.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm such a clumsy person by nature. I'm so goofy in my own ways, and I'm a very awkward person otherwise. So when people tell me, "Oh, you're so elegant," and I'm like, "Listen, can you please say that again?" Okay, my earring just fell, but it's been a constant process. It's
the clumsy one, as you said.
Absolutely.
Hi guys, my name is Sakshma Srivastav and I hope that all of you are doing well. My guest today is actress Pooja Hegde, who is currently flying high on the success of her latest movie release, Most Eligible Bachelor. So join me as we're going to talk about that and a lot more on this show. Hi Pooja.
Hi, how are you?
I'm very well. How are you?
Good, very good.
Pooja, we have to talk about your latest film, Most Eligible Bachelor. First of all, in spite of the whole situation of the pandemic, it still managed to make 18 crore within 2 days, which is a remarkable feat. So, and plus the kind of response that you've got for your performance, are you absolutely satisfied and happy with the kind of response you're getting?
When you're doing a film, especially since it's a love story, it's a light, fun-hearted film, we weren't sure people are going to come to the theaters or not. At this time when people are just finishing, the pandemic's done, maybe one of few films had released. Some had not done well, some had done well. So I was, it was a mix of all these emotions. And, I knew that the girl's role was very interesting. The character was very interesting. But will people come to the theaters to watch was the question. And I'm glad that they came, they enjoyed the film, they loved the character. So I'm happy.
Now, talking about compliments, something that you're getting showered for right now, I wanted to ask you, what is the best piece of appreciation or positive feedback you've received from someone from the industry that was very, very overwhelming and very emotional for you? There are certain people who compliment us in a way and give feedback which helps us, and you remember that. So can you tell us something like that?
I think the biggest compliment or the biggest compliment you can get as an actress is if your directors or your producers want to repeat you. I think that's a very, very big compliment, because putting your money where your mouth is and taking you for another film, that's something that is really, great, because it means that they really loved working with me. They liked my work. And that's the only reason you take someone, So I think that's the biggest compliment. But, even if people messaged me saying, there was a director, I don't want to name the director. We were talking about professionality, and the director in Bollywood told me that, don't worry, if there's anything we've heard from the South producers about you, is that you're the most professional person they've ever worked with. And I'm just like, I love how this is reaching.
That is sweet. That is very sweet.
Yeah.
People might still say good things about you on your face, but when directors talk, they might say, oh, us din to late aayi thi and all that,
Yeah.
But apparently they think you're really professional.
It's really sweet. It's really kind. And it's been great, because after Most Eligible, a lot of people called me. People are looking at me in a different light. And that's something that's very interesting for me, as an actor.
You think you're going to get like a lot more offers? You're anyway you're doing so many films back to, I don't even know how you're managing it, by the way, back to back. But you think it will just increase the number of scripts that will come to you with the success of this film?
I'll tell you, like you said, there are a lot of films being offered, but I think now what has happened, which is already started happening, is that the kind of film that's being offered to me is becoming vast. Like, it's changing. Okay. Like, maybe I was getting 10 film offers, but now maybe I'm getting 15, but they'd all be very interesting characters for the girl, or, they're bigger parts and they're interesting parts. So I think it's great.
Is there something that is on your list that you want to cover? Like certain actresses say that, oh, I would want to do like a periodic film, but you've already done that with like Mohenjo-daro. I mean, is there something on your list, like a checklist kind of
I
thing?
have done so many period films now.
Yeah.
I mean, Mohenjo-daro, Houseful was part period.
Because you're like regal in a way, right? Like the personality coming from pageants and all, tall and everything. Come on, you are a classic Indian beauty. So yeah, if I was a director, I would want to cast you in like as a
Oh,
queen.
thank you so much. Even Ritesh says that, by the way, the same words. I said that's good. That's a good thing. But I think like it's great. I mean, I love people when people say that you're elegant and regal, like you just said. It makes me happy because I feel like I'm such a clumsy person by nature. I'm so goofy in my own ways, and I'm a very awkward person otherwise. So when people tell me, "Oh, you're so elegant," and I'm like, "Listen, can you please say that again?"
But that's the beauty of directors. If they have the look, they can transform. Plus, actors transform themselves according
That's
to
true.
the
But that's also, I like that the Miss India training, I guess, somewhere has kind of,
Yeah, and you were a winner. You weren't just someone who participated. You won the pageant.
Yeah.
Now, you have won the Best Actress Award in the past for
Yeah.
your work. I want to ask you that when you perform, is that like a goal that motivates you to work even harder and deliver best? Or are awards just something that, they make you momentarily happy and then you move on from that?
It's such a subjective thing. It's, winning an award. Did that particular panel like your work or not? I think more than anything for me at this point in my life, and by the way, I have to say you're asking very good questions, very interesting questions. I'm very,
Thank you.
I'm like, I've not been asked these questions. I'm very happy.
Thank you.
But I think that, when you get an award, it's for sure a momentary happiness as an actor. But I think that the award is more for people who are having won awards now. I think the awards are more for also the people surrounding you, because I feel like it brings a lot of happiness to my parents and my family, my friends, and it means a lot more, I found, to them. And I kind of draw inspiration from that, and that makes me happy, because I feel like, see, as actors, we all are like, we all want appreciation and applause. And I mean, it's with everything. You finish a take, and as soon as the director says cut, you immediately look at your director asking for, was it okay? Like, as actors, we're so like, we want that it's an okay, from your director and stuff. So I think winning an award is great, but I don't think I can live. But you don't live your entire life. You don't do a performance thinking that I'm going to get an award someday. Like that's, I mean, for this film, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe people work like that, but I don't know. I can't think myself.
Like that's not your motivation. I don't think it should be also.
I feel like if I start thinking that, I'll be more pressurized. I think right now I'm very happy playing different characters, and I'm finding joy in the process of it, rather than the outcome of it, Like even with Most Eligible, it was a stand-up comedian. The girl had like really, really big monologues to say in Telugu, in a language that is not my natural, mother tongue. And it was more about like performing well and getting into that, and, rather than, and hoping that the audience accepts it, accepts what you're doing. So I'm finding joy in the process more than the final outcome, because I feel like if I start thinking about that, then it's going to be unwanted pressure on me,
Yeah, that's the correct way to be motivated, through performance. And I'm going to pick up from something you said, that Telugu is not your language and you still have done a lot of work in that language.
Yeah.
When you have monologues, like you mentioned,
there
are expressions that change with every word. Right?
Yeah.
There are certain words that need emphasis during acting, certain words need pauses, which means you really need to understand the language. How have you coped up with that? That is not easy, especially in a monologue when your mind is thinking, oh, there are 4 lines after this which I have to remember, but I have to give this expression. It's a lot of confusion. How have you dealt with that? That's not easy.
I'm still learning that. Like, I mean, now I can speak the language a little bit and I can understand quite a bit. I can, because I'm used to it. But I still, when you even I'll like take the dialogues and I'll get the meaning of it in English. Then I'll sit with the person and ask them, where should I pause? And I would take the pauses. Like I would like I'll mark where I need to pause and what the particular word means. But also later on when I started dubbing, I realized that I may have not emoted in the right place, because because what happened was that I probably understood the meaning of the entire sentence and I emoted it in the same way I would have emoted in English. But I've stressed probably at the wrong word. So then
that's so complicated. Oh God.
Yeah, I wish I could explain it to you. I hope you're. I mean,
no, I'm getting it. Which is,
what
you
I'm
are exactly answering my question. It is not easy.
Yeah,
and it can take away from the impact, of the entire performance.
Yeah, so when I started dubbing, I realized, okay, that's where I should have stressed, so that kind of really helped me in understanding. And then I started taking meanings of the words I didn't understand. So I knew, okay, this is not where I should stress, this is not. So it's been a constant, like, okay, my earring just fell, but it's been a constant process. It's
the clumsy one.
Yeah, as you said.
Absolutely. But yeah, so it's been a process. I've learned the language now and it's great. I mean, I'm sure I sometimes get jealous of people who who act in their own language, because I'm just like, oh my God, what does it feel like?
How convenient, right? That's like one whole thing that they just don't have to worry about.
But I've become, it's now Telugu's become like second nature to me. Like,
but you still made it. Like, give yourself credit for that. Like, in spite of all of this, you still made it. That's really big. Now, talking about your upcoming projects, let's talk about the film with Ranveer, Cirkus. I want to ask you something that, while everybody says that the thing I want from, you've also said this, I would learn from Ranveer is his energy. But even acting wise, every time you work with something new, you always observe like a trick that people use or something new you learn from their acting process, right? Yeah. So I want you to tell me something new that you observed in his acting, like, because we learn with every co-star and director that we work with. So is there something that you picked up from Ranveer while working with him?
More than his energy, I think the way he observes like people,
okay,
that makes him a better actor also, because he's very, very observant of what people do, how people talk, how do they walk, which sometimes I tend to go off in, my Pooja land, and I kind of zone out a lot of times. And it's great to see someone who's so like, on it, like he's
in
always observing, and that's something I wish I could learn from him.
Really, I've seen people who are very vigilant and very observant. They look also very vigilant on their face. Like, they're so alert. It's a different kind of attraction that some people have because they're so alert. So yeah, I've also seen that. I've never met him, but I've observed that. Now, talking about your film with Salman Khan, Bhaijaan, that's again a very big film. Congratulations on that. Oh my God, that's big.
Thank you.
Congratulations, yeah. Tell us how that materialized. I'm sure you've talked about this, but please talk about it to the eNow audience. And also, because it's such a big opportunity, I know with the kind of actress you are, you're taking it seriously. So is there a kind of extra prep that you are doing for this film?
I mean, like, we haven't started. I mean, we haven't started working on it fully. I think they're still in the pre-production stage, and we'll start shooting soon. So, I mean, when I get to it, I'll get into it. But as of now, I think...
Are you nervous?
I'm excited more than I'm nervous. Okay. And I'm just waiting for it to start, because it's a film that was supposed to start. Then because of the pandemic, it got delayed and all of that. So I'm just like, now I'm like, okay, let's start it, more than anything.
Yeah, I want to start.
Yeah, I'm just excited to start. And I'm happy about that. I'm shooting in Bombay, which is like home. So I'm excited to just begin, more than anything.
Like, after a long day of shoot, you can come back and sleep in your own bed. Oh,
exactly.
The relaxation.
I eat my ghar ka khana. I'm so excited. I'm very happy about that.
Yeah, we are also happy for you.
Pooja, thank you for making the time. It was you're so honest and so open about talking about. I really appreciate it. I want you to know that.
Thank you so much. No, but even this has been a great interview. I mean, great questions.
Thank
Like,
you. My honor. I'm gonna
something
remember
different,
this.
compared to the
Oh.
regular.
Yeah, I mean, regular is
drama.
boring. I don't want anybody to talk about my shows about something they've talked about before. Otherwise, then why do you need to watch my interview? You can just watch the previous ones, right?
That's
So
true,
thank you so much for making the time. I know you're going for an
amazing.
event, so have fun there, and hopefully we'll do this again soon. So take care and bye. I'll see you soon.
Bye. Bye.